At this point in my life, just try me. That mindset I take other areas of my life. So yeah, let's dive in. Hello guys, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Miriam and welcome to Healthy Habits. I would say welcome to Healthy Chit-Chat because it's our second episode of Healthy Chit-Chat. Is this the name that I think it is the name. Welcome back to Healthy Habits / Healthy Chit-Chat series because it's going to be our second episode. The first one I was getting ready. And we talked about purpose, soulmates, relationships, and more. And today it's our second episode of that. By the time I feel this, it's a holiday season. It's before Christmas. And that's why I think I have sparkly, my face is done already. But we're not just going to talk about holidays. So don't worry if you're watching this in January, February, March, whenever, you can still watch it. So yeah, I'm very, very happy. I feel like I should change the background. So it's different, a little bit different. That's why I have my bottle of water because we're going to sip our healthy water. And yeah, we're going to just chit chat. Another topics that we're going to pick. I am honestly the first time that I did, I enjoyed so much editing it. And I was like, you know what, let's make this series because usually we are here, it's class and session. We are here, we're talking about one topic related to healthy habits. But this kind of videos, I want it to be just chit chat, get to know me, or, multiple topics at the same time. In one video, we can talk. So that's what the purpose of this kind of videos are. So I'm going to get comfortable. I have jeans on, so it's not that comfortable. So yeah, let's dive in. Basically here, it's a weekend. I don't know what I'm doing on a weekend. Well, I do what I love, right? Which is filming. This is annoying. I feel like I'm gonna touch this 100 times during this chit chat. Okay. So let's get right to the point because that's why you're here. So we're going to talk about life. We're going to talk about mindset. We're going to talk about, the new year is coming, which I have a video about healthy habits. About, I think about healthy habits 24/7. That's why it's on my mind. But no, we're gonna talk about life, mindset, our resolutions, which I have a separate video of that. But I don't know if it's up yet or not. I'm going to explain there why the resolutions are important. If it's already uploaded, I'm going to link it below. If not, should be, before New Year's for sure. So come back for that. Yeah, we can talk about life, mindset, resolutions, New Year, new me, better me. I love to say New Year, better me because it's a constant work. Getting better, it's a constant work. Let's sip some water. Which I love this one. I've received on an event when I went to LA. It says Live, Love, Matter. It was from the event of Brendon Burchard. So I went from a few months ago. So, which maybe I can start with that event because it's relating to mindset, which one of the topics that we're going to talk about. Let's put this like this. So get cozy and comfortable too, because the next 20-25 minutes you can spend it with me. Why I wanted to include mindset, it's because, I've talked about the event that I went few months ago. And, if you're new here, usually I talk about healthy habits on my channel. I'm a high performance coach, which I need to make a video about it, but I'm a high performance coach. So we talk about healthy habits, not just fitness and, eating habits, but also whatever we think. How we think, what we practice, such as peace, gratitude, those are healthy habits. So subscribe if it's interesting to you. But on these chats, I am going to talk about a few topics, here and there, and also telling my stories here and there so we can get to know each other. That's the point of those chit-chats. And I love doing those because the only time when I talk a lot, it's when I'm in front of the camera here at the studio. on my day-to-day life, I don't talk a lot, and I prefer like this. I love to listen more. I'm an introvert. But when I need to talk, I talk. But it's not my favorite thing to do. I prefer to listen. But here, the chit-chats are for that, so we're gonna chit-chat. Anyway, so a few months ago, when I went to the event about, personal development event, which I try to go as much as I can, in 2025, I want to go to more events. And personal development events is just, when you start to get into personal development, like bettering your mindset, it's like your Super Bowl. It becomes your Super Bowl. And I love it. Honestly, why I love, I made the whole video about personal development and the video why it's important to go to these events. But so I can do a recap so we can chit-chat. You can meet there people that it's hard nowadays to meet. Meaning, not everyone gonna work on themselves, right? Because it's a hard work. Not everyone wants to wake up and play on Spotify some podcasts, some knowledge that they can gain from, because usually people think that they already know enough. Not everyone's gonna do, but in those events, like everyone that is there, it's like they want to get better. That's what I love the most about those events. Like the last one I went, there was a girl near me, and we talked, and we were talking about Admire. We were talking about Brandon Bouchard. Like, it's crazy. And I honestly, unfortunately, in my entourage, I don't have those, besides my brother, I don't have people that I can talk about my mentors and, about podcasts, getting better. I don't have that many people. And that's why I love going to those events, because finally I can meet people and I can talk to people that are, we are on the similar journey to get better. That's why I think that if you're into personal development and, you're loving the same mentors that I am, or, Tony Robbins, Andy Frisella, and my lad, Brandon Bouchard, it's important to go to those events, maybe in your city, maybe in your country. You already have those, so you don't need to, spend more and buy a ticket, which again, it's worth it. Every single penny. It was in LA. I flew in for a few days. It was worth every penny. It was worth my time. And I was super excited. And I have a vlog when each time I see it, I'm like, wow, I am glad that I documented my journey, because it's like a thing that I can review, and the thing that when I watch it, I can relive it again. And it was one of my best experiences ever. And also, I never thought and never imagined my whole entire life that I can travel alone. Yet alone, go to those events alone again. I never imagined that I can do it, never in my life, which is related to the mindset topic that we're talking about, because I started to know myself more when I started to do personal development. I started to know myself more when I worked on myself. And when I started to work on myself, it's been a few years, but it's never too late, by the way. If you just want to start right now, today, or this year, upcoming year, never too late. But when I started to work on myself, I saw myself with my own eyes that I'm putting limitations on myself. And instead of telling myself, oh my God, no, I'm afraid, I never can travel alone, I never can go alone to those events, I never thought. Instead of telling that to myself, I need to tell myself that I can do it, and then I can prove to myself that I can do it. Because just telling yourself that you can and not doing anything afterwards, it's not enough. Because just telling yourself that you can do it, well, it's a good start. But if you don't do the action afterwards, it's like your brain is going to be like, yeah, you told yourself you can do it, but you don't do anything else. So what's the point, So I started to telling myself that I can do it. And then I proved myself by traveling alone that I can actually do it. What I tell myself I can. So other things, when I tell to myself, my brain already knows. They're like, oh, last time Miriam told herself that she's not afraid of traveling alone. And she did it. Now she's telling herself, let's say that she'll have, I don't know how many clients per month. And that means that she will have it, because last time she told herself and she received. And this time, it's not going to be an exception. It's a crazy thing how our brain works, and it's important to keep the promises that we make ourselves. Doesn't matter as little as it can be or as big as it can be. It doesn't matter. What matters is that we keep our promises to ourselves and we work on our mindset as much as we can. It's a constant work. Like, it's never going to be like, I'm never going to be coming here and telling you guys that, enough is enough. I did 10,000 hours the past year of personal development. I don't need to work on myself anymore. And that's never going to happen ever, because it's a constant work. I know I need to learn so much, and I just, I need to discover more things. And I think that's the quality of wanting to learn more. But you don't know until you don't try. Like, a few years ago, when the personal development is new for me, I never thought that it's possible, because in my, the people around me, they didn't talk about, mindset. They didn't talk about personal development. But once I started, to see that, I was curious and I started to do. Once I knew it's possible, I started. It's different. It's different when people see that it's possible and then don't do it afterwards. That's different. That's completely different. It's like you choose to not to do. It's one thing when you don't know that it's possible, and it's another thing when you know that the personal development, it's the key, and you don't do it still because you think you know it all. That's a completely different thing. So mindset, it's it's going to be huge again. 2025, a very, very huge topic that we're going to talk about in the future. But yeah, so I am forever grateful for the decision, if we can go back to the Chit-Chat, but I'm very, very grateful for the decision that I made about working on myself, getting better as much as I can every single day. It's hard, yes, but it's worth it. It's worth it because you become a better version of yourself that you never thought it's possible. It's a crazy thing. So I highly, highly recommend. And the step one, honestly, in this, if you want to get into personal development, is to find the right mentors. Because I named few earlier my mentors. It doesn't mean that you're going to relate to them. See, it's important that we relate to a mentor, because that's when we can feel heard. That's when we can feel that we've got listened, it's different. So finding the right mentor, it's step one, and then the rest will come. Once I found that my light, I'm like, okay, this is done. Like, I relate to him a lot. I appreciate him a lot. I've learned so much from him, and I will continue to learn. But yeah, number one is to find the right mentor, and the rest, with the constant work, everything is possible. Okay. Yeah, I mean, even this upcoming year, 2025, if we talk about resolutions and everything else, it's important, the resolutions. And on the video, stay tuned, because I tell you an example how you can achieve it once you have that resolution in your mind. I'm not going to repeat myself. But that exercise I'm going to do myself shortly. I'm going to work again in 2025. But honestly, the topic that I want to talk about, which is related to, the resolutions and the new year, is that most of the people, not all, but most of people from October through January, those period of time, we can get not depressed, but we can get more sad. And I'm not talking about everyone, but most people. We can get sad. We can get on the feeling that you're uncomfortable and you're like, oh my God, I'm missing something, or something is missing in my life. It also is related to the temperature, right? And it gets darker earlier. So everything, it has its own, an impact on us. But especially from October to January, it's a period of time when we do like a reflection, whether it's subconsciously or not, of our year. Let's say this year, 2024, we are constantly thinking about whether we did our resolutions or not, or how many of those things we actually realized this year. And we're also thinking about, okay, next year, what's going to be my resolutions, what I need to do, what I need not to do. Like, it's crazy. And I mean, it's a normal thing to question ourselves and, to do a reflection about our year and upcoming year. It's a normal thing. But I'm just telling you that if you're listening to this in January, or if you're listening it now or in January, just know that it's normal if you felt the past few months a little bit not yourself. And the most important thing is what you do after you experience those emotions. What you do once you feel sad. What you do once you feel like, oh my God, yeah, I didn't do really well the past year. What do you do? Do you plan your 2025 detailed with as much as detail that you can put on the piece of paper? Because just thinking is not enough. The universe needs to see it on the piece of paper. What do you do? That's the most important thing. And don't get me wrong, I have my ups and downs always. I am always telling, whether it's here or on Instagram, that happiness, we always want to seek happiness, but it's an emotion like other emotions, such as sadness and feeling uncomfortable. It's an emotion, and us humans, we always want to seek happiness, right? But it's not realistic to feel happy 24/7. And that's what I want to, even by this chit-chat, that's what the main topic that I want to talk about, that the happiness, it's good. Of course, I wish we had 24/7. I wish of all of us, joy, happiness, blissful life. But it's not the reality, because throughout our day, month, week, month, year, we're gonna have ups and downs. It's part of life, right? Myself, even sometimes I'm like, oh my God, why am I feeling like this? Why am I feeling sad? Why am I feeling down? You would think that now working out every day is in my habits. But still I have those days when I force myself. Still I have those days when I'm like, I don't wanna move. I don't wanna work out. I don't wanna Thankfully for me, the eating part and, not eating cheat meals, it's not like that, thankfully. Because now I already know, I can eat cheat meal. That's just me, I'm not telling you that you need to be as extreme as I am. But it's been a year. It's another chit-chat, another topic that, in another chit-chat that we can do. But working out for me still to this day, some days I'm forcing myself. And I thought that if it's, part of my habits, I will not force myself. But it's not realistic, because we are humans. We're gonna have emotions, especially us girls. We have, we know what I mean. We can go like this, most of us. But it's normal, but again, when I catch myself, I already know this. I already know this about myself. So whenever I'm debating, should I move, should I work out or not, I'm instantly yes, you should. Yes, you should. Yes, you should. It's an automatic thing at this point, but I still force myself sometimes. I feel like people, when they see someone that works out consistently, they think that, for them, it's easy. Do you think? Yeah, you think? You think it's easy? It's not. It's not. As humans, we're always gonna choose the easier path, so that's why it's not easy. I wish it was easy, but it's not, and it's the reality. Sometimes I'm whenever it's the colder month, I'm I just wanna be in my blanket, in my bed, and I just want to sleep. Yeah, I don't know why I fantasize that, because it's been a while since I've done that. But it's always in my head, especially when it's, snowing outside. It's minus 20 Celsius. I am terrified how I'm gonna do again 75 hard this winter in January, which is in 10 days. Almost 10 days. It's crazy. The whole November and December, I'm trying to get mentally prepared, but I'm terrified, because I'm last winter, I could do it. And this winter, I'm if I could do last, January 2024, that means that I can do January 2025, but I still can't imagine how. Today it was what, like minus 10 Celsius, which is compared to minus 20 is nothing. I was so cold, and I was like, automatically I was thinking how I'm gonna do it. I just know that I need to do it because I'll tell you why. And it's relating about like colder month, we get depressed. You'll see why. Because on purpose, I want to do this January again. Because first of all, by the way, if you don't know about 75 Hard, each Friday we have episodes here, so come back for that. I think we are already day 15. That's crazy. 54 or something like that. But so basically it's the Andy Frisalis program, which you need to do multiple tasks such as working out twice, gallon water, book 10 pages of book, progress pic, no cheat meals, no alcohol, choosing a diet. Am I missing something? Probably, but I leave it the criteria below. But why I want to do this again for 75 days, by the way, straight. If not, if you're missing one day, you start again. You start over. And why I want to do it again this year is because on purpose, I want to purposely start again because first, it's a good way to start your year, right? Your year, because you're like, oh my God, when you accomplish even one day, you're like, oh my God, if I can do this, I can do anything that comes into my way. That's the first. The second, it's especially if you live in colder month. I live in Canada, so it's brutal winters here, right? So it's an excuse for me to go actually outside to have some sunlight. Because if it's not for 75 Hard, I would literally not go outside at all. If I don't do this winter at 75 Hard, I would probably go outside only because usually when I go to the gym, I go late at night. So and by that time there is no sunlight. What's the point? And when I walk, I usually walk like during the day, you know. No, but like if I don't do it, I'm gonna stay at home. I'm gonna get probably more depressed because I'm not gonna have a sunlight in my, system. And yeah, it's not good when you're just, work inside your house, inside of your room, and you don't do anything else. It's depressing. So that's why I want purposely to go outside and do it again. Am I excited to do it again? No. Honestly. Because I saw how hard it was, but still, I'm still gonna do it. And this is a sign for you if you wanted to do it or any other program or challenge, this is your sign. Because that's how we are gonna get better, by doing things that we didn't want to do initially, but we know deep down are good for us. That's how you build discipline. That's how you build consistency. That's how you build it. Because you did something that you didn't want to do all over again for 75 days straight. If we take the example of 75 Hard, it's like it proves to you that you are capable more than you ever think. And honestly, I want to go with this mindset to 2025. And I want to share this with you, that we put limitations on ourselves so much. I think it's enough. Enough is enough. Now, this year, upcoming year, it's our year to believe in ourselves more. Whenever you see something and automatically you're like, oh, I can't do it, ask yourself, but like, why I can't do it? Or really, can't I really do it? Or is just my, mind and brain that, fools me? What's the reality? And you will not know until you try yourself and you see your own eyes. I'll give you another example. I never thought I could do weighted push-ups. Never in my life. Once I did, twice I did. I'm like, wow, I was surprised because I never thought I could until I tried. And when I tried, I'm like, okay, I'm capable more than I think. And that mindset I take other areas of my life when I tell myself, I can do it wherever I put my mind into it. That's a mindset to have, and especially as we're, approaching New Year's. It's a good mindset to have. And that's what I wish for all of us too. And I know it's hard, don't get me wrong. I know it's hard to believe in things when you didn't see yet with your eyes. I know. Especially that over the years, we put those limitations in ourselves. It's hard. I know it's hard. Take a water. I'm still hungry. It's been 30 minutes. I'm talking. I wish you could talk and we can have a conversation. So yeah. And at the end, whatever resolution you have, whatever dream you have, it's all good. But if you really want to accomplish the mindset, work on your mindset first. If you really want to be consistent in the gym, work on your mindset. If you really want to be consistent with your food and, healthy diet, take, mindset. Work on your mindset first. Because honestly, if you don't work on your mindset and you jump into, if you jump into like, okay, I'm going to work out. Okay, I'm going to eat healthy. It's going to be so much difficult than if you are like, okay, I'm going to work on my mind first and then the body will follow. It's, yeah. I mean, it would be hard. And I saw this on myself again with my own eyes when I started 75 Hard. I was thinking if I didn't work on my mindset, it would be much harder for me to finish 75 Hard. But since I worked on myself, I'm not telling you that it's easy, but it's better. And that's what it keeps me at the gym too. Because honestly, at one point when you go way too much, it's not about your physique anymore. It's getting more about your health and your health here, your physics health and your brains and mental health. When it gets this deeper, it's like you have no choice. If I don't go to the gym, I didn't try. I never skipped a week, but I didn't try, but like, I'm gonna go crazy. I know my mental health, it's gonna be like a roller coaster. So go to the gym for the right reasons, not because someone told you to go, not because you have other voices telling you what to do, not because another person judged you, but do it for you, because you want to do it, because you want to get healthier. Not because other people are judging you. I can't stand when I see other people judging other people. I can't stand it, because who lets you the right to judge someone, especially on their physique? Who? Don't let anyone to judge you on your physique or anything else, not just physique. Only you know what's the best for you. And other voices are just voices. Lock your ears and don't hear the judgments. As you can see, I'm very passionate about this topic because, because I feel like at some point in our lives, we let people to judge us, and that's why I'm passionate about, because I have so many things to tell you, but I can't at the same time. But just don't let other people to judge you, and they have no right to judge you. They just don't. At this point in my life, just try me. Try me. If you want to judge me, just try me. Just try me. Because yes, you can have a very kind heart. You can be very nice. But when you have your own boundaries and your own limits, no one can mess with you. And to this point, I got from working on myself, working on my mindset, working on my body, working on my health. Because when you do those things, you feel like you are worth it and other people's opinions are not worth it. You are worth it more than other people's opinions about you. That's the message that honestly most of the time I want to share. It's if not, I wouldn't be here on a Friday, what time is it? 9 p.m. I wouldn't be here on a Friday 9 p.m. I really want to share more my experiences and what I've gone through so other people can feel like they're not alone. And also, if you can avoid those mistakes that I made, because we can't avoid everything, right? We need to go the journey to learn more. But if you can avoid, I will be more happy than to help you. And honestly, these chit-chats are for that. We're going to talk about multiple topics in one episode, and we're going to just have a conversation like friend to friend. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed our second episode of the Chit-Chat series and Healthy Chit-Chat series. And again, I know they're deep as the other normal sessions that we have, but I feel like I can, on this, in this setting, I can share with you more of my experience, more stories, more of my, past and the present. And yeah, I hope it's interesting for you because I do this for you. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go. And also ring the bell so you don't miss any healthy habits, because that's usually what we talk. If you only enjoy the Healthy Chit-Chat series, it's okay. Again, you can come back every week for that as well. And thank you so much for watching. You got this. But per usual, don't give up for just one more day, especially in 2025. Thank you guys. I'll see you on the other episode, and love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye. I wish I could put the music, but I'll get copyrighted. Let's put my timer. Healthy Chit-Chat episode 2. And I am hungry. And my brain is like 24/7. It's like rolling right now. Anyway, who cares? I'm rambling for like 20 minutes.